So Quentin Tarantino has sort of waded in on the Joker Folie, Deux, praises it in fact, but he does highlight what most people were aware of, which the filmmakers were denying, that Todd Phillips is the Joker, and he did a big FU to everyone. Something anyone that's watched the film is well aware of. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino just comes out and says it. So he does say that Joaquin Phoenix delivers, quote, one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. And it is a good performance. Like, you know, whether you like the performance overall in terms of the direction that it was, Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor. Like, he is a good actor. He's just, as a person, he's a bit of a prick. And the fact that he came up with this as a dream, the fact that Todd Phillips even made this is just generally offensive to the fans, etc. It's just nonsense. So I thought we'd take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here. It's always interesting what other directors say when they sort of wade in on these projects. And Quentin Tarantino pulls no punches, and I do it, I appreciate it for that. So as World of Real put, Joker Folie, Deux is now available on VOD for curiosity seekers. Yeah, basically no one. And the film can definitely be described as this madly ambitious curiosity. The critically reviled box office bomb has been the brunt of many jokes these last few weeks, but one particular director is not taking the toxic bait. It's not toxic. Again, even Quentin Tarantino acknowledges what this film actually is, which is an FU to everyone. So Quentin Tarantino is a fan of Joker Folie, Deux. He praises Joaquin Phoenix for giving, quote, one of the best performances I've ever seen of my life. And this is all by the Bret Easton Ellis podcast. So he says the following. I really, really liked it. Really, a lot. Like, tremendously. And I went to see it expecting to be impressed by the filmmaking. But I thought it was going to be an arm's length intellectual exercise that ultimately I wouldn't think worked like a movie. But that I would appreciate it for what it is. And I'm just nihilistic enough to kind of enjoy a movie that doesn't quite work as a movie. That's like a big giant mess to some degree. It's kind of like a backhanded compliment, isn't it? And I didn't find it an intellectual exercise. I really got caught up into it. I really liked the musical sequences. I got really caught up. I thought the more banal the songs were, the better they were. I mean, this is... He says he's a fan, but some of this is brutal. So he compared Phoenix's Arthur Fleck and Lady Gaga's Lee Quinzel to Mickey and Mallory, the serial killer couple in Natural Born Killers. He sees it as a spiritual successor to his own film. So he says the following. As much as the first one was indebted to Taxi Driver, this seems pretty effing indebted to Natural Born Killers, which I wrote. That's the Natural Born Killers I would have dreamed of seeing. As the guy who created Mickey and Mallory, I loved what they did with it. I loved the direction he took. I mean, the whole movie was the fever dream of Mickey Knox. So, he says, on top of all that, I thought it was really funny. I mean, Joker 2 is something, but I mean, it's not funny. So we saw it in an almost empty IMAX theatre in Tel Aviv. He was laughing without bothering anybody. And I'm laughing at scenes that other people wouldn't be laughing at. Like, what is going on? It's like he had a fever dream watching this movie. What the piss, man? So bizarre. The stuff he's saying is not complimentary. It's like, I'm a huge fan. It just doesn't work as a movie. It's a big mess. I'm nihilistic enough to enjoy it. Alright, mate. And here's the real doozy. Todd Phillips is the Joker. The Joker directed the movie. The entire concept, even him spending the studio's money, he's spending it like the Joker would spend it. Alright? And then his big surprise gift, haha, the Jack in the Box, when he offers you his hand for a handshake and you get a buzzer with 10,000 volts shooting you, is the comic book geeks. He's saying F you to all of them. He's saying F you to the movie audience. He's saying F you to Hollywood. He's saying F you to anybody who owns any stock at DC and Warner Brothers. Todd Phillips is the Joker. Unfilm the Joker, alright, is what it is. He is the Joker. I mean, that's not what you want. I'm sure Todd Phillips is like, I tell you, what do you say to this? What do you actually say? I mean, he's right. This is something that Todd Phillips and Warner Brothers have tried to deny, though. They're like, no, it's not. It's not a middle finger to the fans. No, it's definitely not. Mate, everyone can see it. Everyone can see. Todd Phillips is the Joker. I mean, I guess so. Even him spending the studio's money, he's spending it like the Joker would spend it. I love these comments. They're comedy gold. I wonder if Quentin Tarantino is enjoying it from the perspective of a middle finger to Warner Brothers and Hollywood's establishment. Because Quentin Tarantino's been outside of the Hollywood establishment for a while. You know, ever since he's had ridiculous journalists, quote unquote journalists, try to interrogate him for apparently not having enough strong women in his films. Quentin Tarantino not having enough strong women in his films. Like, are you high? What is wrong with you? So he's always been a bit outside of the Hollywood establishment. And yet Quentin Tarantino is just, you know, a fantastic director, a fantastic writer. He's great. I really like Quentin Tarantino. Don't like all of his stuff, but I can appreciate a lot of it for what it is. Just for him to be like, oh yeah, well, you know, he was spending the Hollywood's money. This is what I guess what he means when he's like, oh, you know, I laughed at times where other people wouldn't laugh. It's like, right, that's probably because you noticed how expensive something would be and how absurd it is that it's in this film. That's what I'm getting from this. He's saying F you to the movie audience. He's saying F you to all of them. I mean, that's just mental. He's F you to DC and Warner Brothers. Oh, wow. What do you guys think of this? Quentin Tarantino loves Joker 2. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'd genuinely be curious to hear your thoughts. So if you're new here, do hit subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Please do turn those bell notifications on. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye now.